The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Bo Dietl is here every Tuesday. It's one of the most popular segments on this show because he's great. Bo, what were you doing with Michael Martucci last night? Where was that picture from?
I was never with Michael Martucci, that little midget. I don't even like the guy. I don't know where the picture's from. Now,
what are you talking about? I saw a picture on Facebook last night of the two of you guys.
That's Fugazi. I was not with him. He called me the other day. I said, lose my number, that little munchkin. He thinks he's Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra passed win bigger than him. Stop it. Okay, let's get into a couple of things. There's a reason why the president appointed me on the Homeland Security Advisory. Yesterday, I was in communication with Homeland Security Mark Wayne Mellon. I'm not going to get into exactly everything, but I got to clarify a couple of things. First of all, thank you, Judge Ellis, on the Jonathan Diller, the 115 years. That's wonderful. But let me give you the real facts, all right? The example now is 45 years to life. That's without parole, not 25 to life. There have been 16 cop killers that have been released. Example, Herman Bell that killed Piagentini, Waverly Jones. They're all out of jail. The one I locked up, that scumbag Christopher Thomas, killed 10, including 8 children. He only did 32 years, and he got 25 to life. So you know what the problem is? The friggin' liberal parole board and Governor Cuomo and all these scumbags up there are the ones releasing.
Well, but if you listen to me this morning in the first hour, I said that, and I gave you the credit.
God bless that judge. That's all I tell you. He exactly feels what it's supposed to be, and that's what should be. But is it going to happen, Sid? I don't think so.
All right. Listen, you do have precedents, and you do have proof, because you keep making this point, and you're right, and it's a scary point, but you've been right more than you've been wrong, we'll see. Yeah.
People forget. Yeah. I don't forget that beautiful Jonathan Diller's wife crying her eyes out, and I just, you know what it is? I've experienced it. I'm sorry. Too many cop killers around, too many murders around with these bleeding heart liberals. Now, this is the most important part of my conversations this morning. Please listen up. Okay. You know, I've worked many conventions and security details with the president speaking. Biggest problem with this thing was the venue. That venue shouldn't have had more than 12 to 1,500 people to be safety. I'm not talking about security against terrorists. I'm talking about fire hazards. You had almost 2,400. You noticed when the guys come running in, they had to climb on top of tables. That was a security breach. They should have never allowed all those people in that room for safety reasons. On top of it, remember what happened in Iran when we threw that bomb buster? We got everybody. Why would we have all these cabinet members all together with the president, vice president in one place, and we are announcing this? Now we have this venue that's been announced. This is a public hotel. The guy, you could call him dumb. You could say anything you want. The guy was smart enough to bring the rifle there, bring this. He was a dummy, yes. Imagine if there was teams of real terrorists. They got 4 or 5 rooms, teams of 8 terrorists. All of a sudden, they run one guy, an idiot like that, through that line. If you notice, that line all chased them. What if there was backup guys coming? They would have went right through there, and we would have had a different circumstance. Right now, I got to let people understand one thing. They have security there. I say, the head of Homeland Security. They have these technologies now that they have these portable units where they set up these portable units. You can set up 2, 3 of these portable units. They have walls. They set these secure walls. You can't run around it. You got to go through it. And then the different lines of defense. The reality is, why wasn't there a security person at the foot of that stairwell? Then what I saw was unarmed security guards guarding the ballroom. What the hell are unarmed security guards doing? You should have Secret Service. We should have Homeland Security. This was not done properly. By the grace of God, and I thank the good Lord, our president's safe, and all our cabinet members, but we got to reevaluate. This was something to wake us up again, because I'll tell you right now, percolating in real professionals' mind are ways to get to our president. And I want to stop it. And I will scream from the rooftops. Everybody, the Secret Service did a great job, but here's the but. If you notice, they were breaking down the magnetometers when this guy ran by.
Yeah.
There was no security there. And then all of a sudden, the guy got that close. All right, he was one stairway down. Just imagine, Sid, if there was another two groups of guys coming in there.
Listen, you're right. If they had bombs, they wasn't. But you're right. They could do that. But my biggest concern is I disagree with all the folks, including Greg, that just hammered Secret Service. Yes, he got further than. No, I know. I'm with you on this. I think the venue was a bigger problem, and I do think they should add some more armed people there. But you got to explain this to me, Bo. How is it possible that nobody shot him?
I don't know that, because, the other side of the coin is that you don't know if you're going to shoot somebody until you get into it. Everybody can walk around with guns on their hips and all that. When this stuff happens, everyone's hesitant to do something wrong. And that's what kills a lot of cops out there on the street. They don't fire fast enough because they're afraid of their job. My point is, when this guy ran through there, at that point, there were probably other people standing around, and maybe the line of fire, maybe there were people between. He went pretty fast. The only reason why he went down is he slipped, I believe, and that's why he went down. They jumped on top of him. But again, we have to understand something. When that room was sealed, that's a sealed room. And then once this happened, people went in and out. The president wanted to go back in. You can't go back in. You don't know who else was in there. But the bottom line is, someone has to do more of an expertise of the venue, of how we secure the venue. You know yourself, we went to the inauguration. We had to walk a mile, one checkpoint, walk another mile, another checkpoint, another perimeter. This is what it's all about. And you want to know something? Why wasn't that stairwell covered? There's different stairwells. You get a schematic of the building. You put people there, armed people there, not security guards. And that's where you get away with chief, because the hotel's the one that hires these unarmed security guards that are worth crap. When you got the president of the United States, you should have Secret Service and Homeland Security. Now, let's get to the real problem. We have a problem. We have a mentally challenged Hakeem Jeffries. Is this guy really a college graduate? He's a moron. Him and Plughead Schumer. They're fighting now to stop Homeland Security financing. Do you know what's under Homeland Security financing? Secret Service.
Yes.
We don't have enough manpower. We have to beef up. We've got to protect our president, and we've got to protect our cabinet. They're coming. And this was a jokester. This guy was a jokester trying to run through there. But the next time, it may be not going to be a jokester. It'll be a plot. And now what they got information. Watching this whole thing. Holy crap. We could have sent Abdul and send them all to hotel, get 5 rooms, bring all the people in there, and the next thing is we could have it systematically. We'll have Abdul run through there with a ham sandwich and let them grab him, and then we'll come in and we'll shoot the place up. Or how about this, Sid? Put a bomb in the room, carry down a knapsack, and then you know what? You go right outside that ballroom, blow a good incendiary device, that ceiling when it came down. We've got to protect our president. How many times is he going to be shot at or attempted to be shot at? Secret Service are great, but we got to tighten it up. I'm waiting to go to Washington. Right now, we got to call it the way it is. We are not that secure for our president, and we must tighten it up. And I stand by my president, and I will go to Washington, and I'm not afraid to say what's right and wrong. You know me a lot of years. Bo Dietl, I put my life on the line for that president. I love this president, and unless we tighten up, we're not going to have President Trump for the rest of his life here, because they're coming after us. This is a sign of what's to come for the future for our great president. We must protect him.
Well, that is well done and well said. Another amazing appearance by Bo Dietl. This is why his Tuesday appearance is so popular. He's right. We got to do a better job. And thank God we've got people like Bo Dietl on the Homeland Security Committee. I mean that. I like Mark Wayne Mullen, too. But we got to do a better job. There's a lot of things you can look back on Saturday and say, thank God that it wasn't what Bo just talked about, a bomb, or, 8 guys or 12 guys or 16 guys. I think Bo's also right that people take notice, the bad guys, of how these things end up or what happens during them so they can put together the next plot, and like Bo said, the next time it may be better, because this was a clown. This guy's going to run past everybody and shoot the president. But the real bad guys, they learn from stuff like this and they use it to their favor. Excellent appearance once again by Bo Dietl.
Putting off replacing your window treatments because you think it's complicated? At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years proving it doesn't have to be. And today is your last chance to save big on Spring Black Friday deals. Whether you want to DIY it or have a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we've got you. Free samples, real design experts, and zero pressure. Just help when you need it. Shop up to 45% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure during the Blinds.com Spring Black Friday Last Chance sale. Rules and restrictions apply.